And we have the coach himself, Willie Kinyash, in the building, talking to us about this. Karibu sana.
Asante sana. Thank
Willie,
you for having me.
Karibu. Willie, you're married, right?
Yes, I'm married.
Very married. Are you 40?
Celebrated our 9th anniversary this week, actually.
Congratulations.
Mtu mmoja. Thank
Happy
you.
anniversary.
Thank you.
9 years.
Yes.
That means nikiangalia hivi ukuwa 40 ukiingia.
Sikuwa 40.
Ukuwa 40.
Sikuwa 40.
Okay.
Yes, sikuwa 40.
You know, the one thing that happens a lot is we focus this conversation on the women.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, your clock is ticking. Oh, there's a whole manual imeandikwa ya how you should be, at what age, have children, na second born aingie saa ngapi, utafika kuwa shosho saa ngapi. There's a whole societal book imeandikwa about the woman. But what about the man? What kind of pressures do they go through, if at all there's pressure ya kukua settled down by the time wako 40?
And I have seen some men going through under pressures, and sometimes we think they are abnormal.
Okay.
But they are normal. And let me start by saying,
yes,
let's talk about when is the right time to get married. Legally, according to Kenyan law, it says when you are 18, you can get married. But I want to say this, there isn't any best age to get married, but there is that best time to get married.
Umechanganya Willie Kinyash.
There isn't that age you can say this is the right age to get married, but there is that right time to get married.
Okay.
What do I mean by this? You need to get married when you feel you are comfortable and you are okay to settle down.
Okay.
And so you should not settle down because you are going through some pressures in this life. You should not get married because all your age mates are married. Because it is not about the age, but it is about how well prepared are you. And that's why you'll find many marriages today, they are breaking.
Yeah.
People are getting married for the wrong reasons. And so we need to define what is marriage and what is the purpose of marriage. And we also need to understand that every marriage has got its purpose.
Okay.
So marriage has purpose, but every marriage has got its purpose. Because there's no way God will bring two adults together just to have kids and have some buildings. No. There must be a reason why God has brought you together. And so when you don't define this from the word go, you can be sure kutakuwa na shida. And so it is not about age, but it is about preparedness. How well are you prepared? And so that is to say, there's a guy who can be 19 years and he's prepared to get married. And so he will settle down. You see? There's another one who is 40 and he is not prepared.
Already.
Reasons well known
to them.
Yes. And so we don't need to come, because sometimes society...
And that's where the problem is, really.
My friend.
Because the same society that puts pressure on women, it does not put necessarily the same pressure on men. But then it gets to a certain age, and I'm wondering, do men get this pressure? Does it happen? Maybe we can say does it happen, and where exactly is it coming from?
Yes, it happens for these men. You might think it is only women, but even men, they go through this pressure. Unaenda nyumbani, shosho yako anakuuliza, kwani unatuletea watu lini? Right there, that is pressure.
Yes.
Because for you, feel, for me, this is not the right time. According to you, because of my age, you're thinking I'm supposed to be married, but for me, it is not the right time. I am not prepared. And so we need to give them space and allow them to be. And not only men, but also women.
That is true.
Let them be. Because we should not force people to get married when their right time is not yet there.
Great.
Because when we do that, you can be sure there will be some trouble in that relationship.
I'd like just to put it out there to all our viewers this morning. If you are a gentleman, we are talking to you today. If you're a gentleman and you've experienced pressure to settle down, you've experienced pressure to have children, to have a family, and wherever this pressure is coming from, if you've experienced it, please share your story with us. 111-444-111. Let us know how you handled it, if you handled it. And if you got married just because you fell under the pressure and now you're regretting it and you're like, oh my God, what did I do? I should have just listened to myself and if I was ready for this journey. 111-444-111. That is our SMS line. It's going to cost you $1 to do that. And find us also on social media, Switch TV KE on Instagram and Switch TV Kenya on Facebook. When it comes to the pressures, there are men who also, kuna vitu wanaambiwa usimuoe msichana kama huna hela zako, usimuoe msichana kama hujajenga, usimuoe msichana kama huna gari. You know, there's hizo vitu, na pengine si society kabisa, inaweza kuwa ni marafiki zako who are telling you these things. Is it something that you have seen or experienced where a man chooses to be like, I will not until I get these things?
I have seen people come my way and saying, me, I don't want to settle down. One, sijajenga, I'm not financially stable, I'm not this, I don't have this, I don't have that. And so there are some people, they will not settle down because of they are looking at some things. But I want to say this. You see, when you, there's something I always tell people. If you can feed yourself, na hakuna wakati unalala njaa, don't fear that mtu mwingine alikuja utashindwa kumfeed. Ni sahani moja. But again, you also need to be set psychologically. And sometimes ushaisikia watu wanasema unaruka mbele ya darama.
Before the beat.
You are jumping, yes. You are jumping before the beat. Sometimes that is the mistake sometimes we make.
Okay.
We jump before the beats.
Okay.
Because you have not yet married, but you're thinking, you know, when I get married, their kids, their school fees.
So you're already letting yourself down before you actually let yourself down. So you're already...
Wewe unafikiria mambo ya school fees na hata hujaoa.
And it's one, I think, overthinking and sometimes not just doing it if you really want to do it. But we're going to take a very short commercial break. When we come back, I'd like for us to look at some of the factors that will make some men be like, I can't because of this and this and this. I can't because of this and this and this. And if you have some, please share with us. 111-444-111. That is our SMS line. We will be right back after this break. Welcome back. Welcome back to Full Circle with Mwikali. A very good morning to you, where you're tuned in from. Today we're talking about, when it comes to relationships, when men get to 40 and they're single. Nini inakuanga ikiendelea? Do they get the same pressure as women? They tied down because of maybe finances, and that's what we were talking about. Ile anafikiria ninataka hii, nataka nikuwe na school fees. Na hata bado sijapata bibi.
Hata girlfriend.
Hata girlfriend una, but you're thinking about school fees. Yeah.
But again now, we also need to ask ourselves, what is making these men kufika 40 na bado wana feel, I don't want to get married? And you'll find that there are some men, because of their background, maybe the way they saw their parents raising them, and the way the mother used to treat the father, and they said, mimi kama hii ndio ndoa, mimi siolewi, nitakaa hivyo. There are some people you'll find, maybe mama yako alikuwa na treat baba yako vibaya sana. And so you think this is how, because you have, maybe you don't have any other role model. There's no other couple you can look out up to. It is only your parents. And so you think, according to you think, in fact, and this is something you have grown up with. This is something you have grown up seeing. And so to you, in your mind, it is said, this is how women treat men. And so me, I don't want to be treated this way. So there is no need for me getting married. And the other thing is, maybe this guy was in a relationship and he was hurt. And it was a big hurt. And so he decides, now, if this is how women treat men, I will not get married. the rest of my life. I want to remain single.
And that's it for them.
Because he was hurt.
Yes.
And this is where now we need to talk about forgiveness. You also need to forgive. Because when it reaches to that point, it means that you have never forgiven or you have never healed. And so you need to take your time and heal so that you are able to accommodate another person. And don't compare your ex with someone else. Maybe there is someone else who can come who have good manners. And so don't judge other people because of a mistake that happened years back.
Yes.
You need to come and you also need to come to a point and realize you have ever also offended other people and they forgave you, and those people, they moved on. So even you need to forgive, you need to heal and move on with your life, because you might stay there umekataa kuoa because kuna mtu alikuhurt, but this person maisha yake inaendelea. This girl went on, settled down,
got married,
enjoying this life, you know, they are happily married, but you're still there, still sticking to that hurt that happened 10 years ago, 20 years ago. You need to come out of that cocoon and heal. Maybe you also need to see a counselor.
Yes.
You see, because counselors will help you to understand that there is something that I am suffering with, and so I need to come out of this issue so that I can move on with my life. Because your life should not stop because there is something happened. You see, when we go, there are people, unapata mtu amefanya ajali, wanakuwa na uoga ya kuendesha gari. But that does not mean the rest of your life you not drive. And so at some point, you will overcome that fear and you go back to the road and drive. You see? And so you also need to overcome this and move on with your life. Because this person, anaendelea na maisha yake, anajienjoy, akana watoto huku. You see? And so we need to forgive, we need to heal and move on with this life.
You know, sometimes when, probably if you've gone through a marriage before, so you're not just single, you are now divorced.
Yes.
That is different because you've experienced it, you've walked the journey, and it might not be just the person that hurt you. It could be the institution of marriage is not for you.
Yes.
And there are people who are like that.
Yeah, I agree. But this is where now, again, we also need to, before we settle down, it is good to call yourself for a
meeting.
Because have you heard of these people called asexuals?
Yes.
These are the people, they don't have interest with sex. And so maybe you might find yourself, you are an asexual, and we are not condemning them. But again, because I've seen some such cases, you got married and you did a big wedding, but from the word go, you didn't open up to your girl that, by the way, I'm an asexual, such that when she's coming into my life, she knows. And so umefanya wedding kubwa, umeenda honeymoon Mombasa, and the girl, of course, kwa mind yake kuna vitu wanatarajia zifanyike, and then the guy is just there, and for a girl you think maybe ni uchovu, wacha nimpe time apumzike, kesho maneno itafanyika.
Yes.
Then 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and so this person will feel, for me, I think I was not getting married for this. And so you might find yourself, now you are facing divorce.
Yes.
And now you see, when ukiendelea na miaka umefika 40, people are thinking, what is wrong with this jamaa? Kwa nini haoi? But you know yourself, kuna kitu ambayo iko ndani yangu. And I think this is something we need to find time and talk about. Because I've found some couples, both of them, they are asexuals, and so they will come together and discuss. And because asexuals, everything is normal. It's only that they don't have that desire.
Okay.
They don't want to have sex. And you see, so when you get married to a non-asexual, you see now this other person who have a trouble.
Yeah.
And so you might find there's this person, he's at 40, not because he don't want to get married, not that he cannot get a girl to marry, but there is an issue.
The demands that come
Yes,
with marriage
yes.
is not something that he can handle.
Yes.
But then let's talk about the kind of man. They grow up very shy. They probably, ukimwambia hata ukijaribu kuangalia kama ashaikuwa na girlfriends, you're trying to think you grew up with him but you never saw him like with a girl, probably because he's shy, he doesn't know how to express himself.
Some of them, and this, let me share wisdom here.
Okay.
If you see a guy kila saa anataka kupeleka coffee, anakunulia gifts, na hakuna kitu anasema, as a girl, tumia wisdom. Muulize, dude, where is this headed to? Hizi coffee nimekunywa mingi sana.
Nimekula lunch sana.
Hizi lunch nyama choma tumekula ya kutosha. Where is this headed to? And you might help a brother.
Zinaweza kuwa tu kabisa hajui kujiongea.
Na yeye anajiongea kwa matendo.
Matendo isemi, will you marry me?
Ndio hiyo sasa. We have said this guy is shy.
Yes.
So ukiona kuna matendo unaona hii si matendo ya kawaida. Mwikali, someone Valentine's anakuita na kunulia maua. Mnaenda Hilton, mnakunywa coffee. Na hakuna kitu unasema.
Yes.
1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Muulize jamaa. Niambie ni nini?
What is going on?
Ni nini kinaendelea? And I have seen such people. There's a lady I know. This dude used to do everything mpaka anamlipia rent. And this guy comes up, by the way, mimi naona kama kuna kitu hausemi. And this guy just anacheka tu. And you see, hiyo kalafta unaiangalia unaona, there is something this guy is saying.
Yes.
This guy is shy,
yes.
hataki kusema. And so, unaweza jijazia.
So ni important.
Yes.
Tuangalie vitendo pia.
Matendo.
Lakini unaweza kuwa umefika 40 kama unafanyanga hivi vitu tena na kuna msichana mmoja amejaribu kuintervene.
Now, you see, I've had many ladies say,
yes.
Mimi siwezi uliza mtu.
That is true.
Unaona?
Yeah.
So this guy amefika 40, amenunua coffee, amenunulia wasichana 10. Wote wanaona hakuna kitu anaulizwa, anatoka anaenda. And so I think it is okay, you can ask him, where is this headed to?
Okay.
And so you can, as a lady, you can start a conversation and ask him, I mean, the way you treat me in a special way. Is there something that you are trying to communicate and maybe you are not able to do it to do it verbally? Yes. You are using non-verbal
signs.
And so we need to understand the tactics of communication.
Yeah.
Because this guy could be communicating. Because there are different types of communication. And non-verbal is one type of communication. You see, this guy is expressing himself in a way, but you, what are you receiving from this guy?
Yes.
Do you see that there's a point he's communicating, but you are not receiving it?
Yes.
Because you see, communication is two-way. Unaona?
Yes.
And so you as a lady, you can ask yourself some questions and ask him now.
Yes.
You can start a conversation. And maybe this conversation can lead somewhere. So maybe there are people, there are men who are at 40 because of their shyness. They can't come out and speak to this girl and tell them, this is exactly how I feel. This is what I am feeling. But wanafanya kwa matendo.
That will be a long marriage. But it's okay. We shall intervene.
Let me tell you. You might find this might be the best.
The ones that don't talk.
Because
they never tell you I love you.
Anaongea kwa matendo.
Okay.
So hata ukiingia kwa ndoa, my friend, you be treated as a queen.
Okay.
Girls are complaining out there the way their men are treating them.
Yes.
But this guy anaongea kwa matendo. You'll be treated like a queen.
You know, there's another category of men where they have a huge responsibility.
Yes.
When it comes to their family. Nyumbani kwenye umetoka, wazazi wako wanakuhitaji, you have siblings, and this takes a long time kabla.
Yes.
Pengine wa decide.
In fact, in such scenarios, you'll find that any girl comes the way of this dude.
Yes.
She becomes an enemy to that family. Because this family, they are not seeing a wife, but they are seeing someone who will make them to suffer.
Someone is coming to take.
This is someone who she's coming to take away our son.
Yes.
She's coming to take away our help. Because this guy is the one who does everything.
Yes.
Ni yeye anafundisha watoto, ni yeye anafanya kila kitu, ni yeye anajua wazazi wanakula nini. And so the parents, they will feel like there is competition. And so when anytime a lady will come your way as a man, atatafutiwa makosa. Hata watasema vitu za uongo. Because they don't want you to settle down. Because they know the moment you settle down, of course, kuna mahitaji zitaacha kuwafikia. Because again, when you have your family, you see, you put your family first.
Yes.
Because there's no way kwako watu wanaweza lala njaa uende kulisha wazazi wako.
Ni kweli.
Unaona?
Ni kweli.
There's no way watoto wako watafukuzwa kwa sababu ya school fees, unalipia your siblings.
In that case tufanye aje kwa sababu
in such case, yes, as a man, you need to reach to a point and ask yourself some hard questions. And this is how you should go about this. Now, you ask yourself, these are my parents. If it was not for them, true, singekuwa hapa.
Yes.
But also, I need to have my own family.
Yes.
So there's no way I will stop to have my family, or there's no way I'll stop getting my happiness for the sake of these people.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
And so we need to draw a boundary. We need to have a demarcation. And we need to say, Mom, Dad, you can come, lakini hapa
ndio tunafika mwisho.
Usivuke mpaka tafadhali.
Okay. So you need to also protect the woman that is coming into your life.
Yes, yes. Actually, you as the man,
yes,
you are the only person who can protect this person. Actually, this is something I always tell people, even those people who are married, the only person who can protect your wife, it is you. The only person who can protect the husband, it is you. Even when my wife does something wrong, and I see this is wrong,
yes,
I can't go and join hands with my family tuanze kumpiga vita.
Apana.
I will fight for her.
Yes.
She's my wife.
Yes.
But tukiingia na hapo ndani sisi wawili, nitamwambia, wewe, this is not right. So hata kama umesikia ninakuongelelea huko vizuri, this is wrong. And this should
so
not.
That is how you fight your battles.
Yes.
Not in front of family, not going on this other side to bash.
Oh yes, in fact, when you get married, your family, they should know your spouse as an angel.
That's what's up.
They should always see an angel. They should never, at any given time, see a demon.
Never.
No, never.
Uko na nguvu ya kujibu maswali. Kuna nguvu ya kujibu maswali.
Let's go.
Mwikali, this is true. I got married at 32, but back then you could hear my mom say, leta tu hata mtoto tutalea, kama wewe hutaki kuolewa. That's selfish. Since they look for themselves to be grandparents, but God's time is the best. So wazazi wao wanataka tu kuwa grandparents, but hawakuangalii wewe mwenyewe.
Yes. Your right time is ready? Not yet there. You're not prepared. And I think we also need to speak to parents.
Yes.
Like kindly, do not give your children pressure. Wewe unataka kuitwa shushu na huyu mtu hajajipanga kuitwa mama. Tafadhali.
Ngoja tu.
Koja. Mpatie time.
Sawa.
Yeah. Let's not be selfish.
That's true.
Yes.
Full circle with Mwikali. We are at 40 because there is no love nowadays. They come because what we have, and I don't fear marriage, but once you tell a lady, I love you, she becomes broke instantly. And starts demanding house rent, gas, imeisha, pesa ya nywele. Surely, is that love? Ephraim from Karatina, you have chosen violence this morning, but it is true?
It is, I would say it is true.
Yes.
And it is not true.
It has happened though.
It has happened.
Yes.
But again now here, this is where we also need to see, you see, we have we have original money.
Yes.
And there is fake money.
Yes.
So if today I go somewhere, nipatiwe thou fake, will I say from there, Kenya hakudanga pesa original?
Ni uongo.
And so there is fake, and where there is, in fact, let's start from this side. Where there is original, there must be fake.
Fake.
And so there are some people out there, they are fake. They are coming into this relationship because of what they can see. And this is what I would say. When you're dating, do not show this person that you have everything, because again, that is a mistake we make as men. You want to win this lady, but you want to show off. I mean, I can do everything for you. So if you show me you can do everything for me, why should I not ask for rent? Why should I not say, hey, we can nataka kwenda salon?
Yes.
Because you want to win this person because of what you have.
Yes.
And so when that happens, there is no love.
Yeah.
So I would call, that is what we might call lust. And this person, she's not coming into your life because she loves you, but it is because of what you have. And that is to say, when you come together, you get married, and at some point, you lose all that you have, this person will not stand with you.
Leave.
It is only love that can make you stand.
Yeah.
And so from the word go, when you're starting this relationship, how did you start it? Did you start it by showing off? I mean, I can do everything for you. And this is where I always tell people, we need to sit, we need to come together, we reason together, and have a proper foundation. So how is the foundation of this love? How did you start it? Because if you started it in the wrong foundation, you can be sure that foundation will be shaky. And so when issues arise, if she came because of money, ataenda zikiisha. If you married that girl because of her beauty, then siku moja anachemsha maji na birika achomeke, utamwacha. If you married that girl because of figure, anapata watoto,
inabadilika.
Nilisikia mtu mwingine anasema ulioa akiwa catwalk, inafika mahali sasa
inakuwa nini?
Inakuwa hippopotamus walk. You see, but when these features change, that is on a lighter note, when these features change,
yes,
will you still love this person? And so we need to have true love. And true love is not defined by what we have. It is defined by our connection. It is defined by how we relate. I am not coming into your life because of what you have. That is to say, when you don't have, I will still stand with you. Okay. When that figure is gone, I will still stand with you. And so there are men out there, wamekataa kuingia kwa ndoa kwa sababu ya hiyo.
Lakini tunasema mahali kuna fake, lazima kulikuwa na original.
So you can go back to the field and look for original.
And change your tactic.
Yes.
If your tactic is to show off,
please,
and be like, I will be your Romeo.
Yes.
Will you be my Juliet?
Stop it. There are some people hata kikuja the first date, anaenda anafanya kahaya.
Ndio akuimpress.
Yes.
After a few mnaanza kutembea futsubishi.
So
mko pamoja.
This girl aliona siwezi kujua na V8 alafu mimi nachapanga route 11 alafu niendelee. Then 3 months ana realize haya, kumbe ile V8 ilikuwa ya kahaya. Ilikuwa ya kahaya.
Aki muda wetu umeisha, Willy.
Foundations.
Yes.
This is what will make you to start that relationship well. So check your foundation.
Watu wakupate vipi?
Willy Kinyash.
Kila mahali.
Okay. Willy Kinyash.
Thank you so much.
And Willy is WILLIE.
Yes.
Not Y. It's IE.
Hii ni ile Willy
imeomoka. Yes. Willy Kinyash.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. Remember, if you're aspiring to acquire knowledge and skills that are relevant to the job market and entrepreneurship, all you need to do is join KIPS Technical College, because it is one of the largest NEC examination centers in Kenya, and it is also a premier tertiary institution that has been established and mandated to operate by TVET Authority. It is is a leading institution when it comes to offering high quality technical and professional training, and it also brings out the very, very best in all their students. So they have the ultra-modern learning facilities, high qualified experienced lecturers, attachment lesson office, they have counseling office. Now all of this, they make KIPS the preferred choice. They also have limited help loans that are available for you, and the intake is ongoing. So if you're looking to get into full-time, evening or online classes, then this is the time to just do that. And if you need more information, all you need to do is just call the number 0708 184040, 0708 184040, because KIPS Technical College is definitely your sure path to success. We will be right back after this break. We're coming back with Fitness Circle.